Right. We are live. Welcome, everybody. All right, I'm going to make sure everything is set up here. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. And welcome. Hey, Cara. Hey, username123. Welcome. Happy Saturday. Hey, Cherie. Hey, Ruby. Hey, Gemini Journaling, Tracy, Sis No, Caitlin, Emma. Hey, Mom. Hey, Veronica and Luke, J Nerd. Welcome, everybody. I'm so happy that I'm able to live stream this Saturday, that so many people are joining on in. Hey, Elise or Alice. This is my first live stream with you. Welcome. So happy you're able to make this live stream. Let me know what you guys are up to on this cozy Saturday. Looks like Kaylee is baking a cake for her sister's graduation today. That is so awesome. Such a good sister. Elise. I figured that was right. All right, so today we are going to be working on the new sticker kit that I have been designing. This is a like veggie farmer's market type collection. And I've been working on this so far during my Patreon live streams that I do every week. And I thought I would do a public YouTube live stream, continuing with these main headers here. So you can see that I've finished 2 of them. I'm going with a really cool like rainbow fruit and veggies sort of feel, and then with the chalkboard signs. Really excited about this one. Gemini Journaling asks, when will your Instagram giveaway winners be announced? I'll probably announce that tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. If you're wondering what that is, I think it's 2 Instagram posts ago. I have a little giveaway going on, so you can check that out if you're interested. Okay, so let me take a sip of water before I get going here. Hey, Bella. I'm so happy that you're able to join all the way from Sweden. Welcome. So I am currently working on this 3rd header, which is going to be, I have a sketch layer here. So this is going to be kind of like a top-down view of maybe a table at a farmer's market. So what I always do is I like to have Pinterest. Oh, that's right. I've just been using the internet for that. So I have my reference photos up here, and I like to kind of keep that to the side so that way I can look up all of the different fruits and veggies that I'm drawing and make sure I'm getting it at least a little bit right. Thank you so much, Cara. Patreon has been growing so much recently. It's so exciting. I live stream all the time on Patreon, and that's one of my favorite parts because we kind of have this little close-knit group that is at a lot of the live streams. So yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, this is actually a new iPad. I finally upgraded after this whole time. I've been using the same iPad to do all my stickers for the last few years, and I decided to finally upgrade and get a newer and bigger iPad, and this is the first collection I'm designing on this, so it has been really, really nice so far. Definitely a good purchase, and a nice little treat for myself, so. All right, so I am gonna be continuing with the details on my limes here. In case you don't know, I'm using the app Procreate on the iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil. So I am just adding these little dot details in here. And if you like this live stream and like seeing me design new stickers, the $1, $3, or no, the $3, $5, and $10 tier on Patreon all come with live streams. So if you're interested in that, that is linked in the description down below. Let's see. I'm gonna start placing in a little shadow here just so I can see where one line starts and the other begins, or where one ends and the other begins. Just doing a little manual shadow instead of actually doing a shadow layer yet. Oh, thank you so much, Bella. That is so sweet. Greetings from Finland. Hello, welcome. You should definitely do this more often. I am going to be. I've really been loving doing more live streams. So I think that I'll do every month, I'll do one live stream here on YouTube that is just like this, that is with that is designing new stickers, basically, so that you guys can see this process. Because I've been doing bullet journal like setup live streams on YouTube, but I haven't yet done a sticker design one. So this is a lot of fun. I'm really excited. All right. Let me move on to my lemons. And I have pretty much drawn all these, all these fruits already up in this first header. So that's my, I guess, my sort of reference right now that I'm going off of. I'm adding a couple new ones down here, but I'm pretty much going off of that first header. Wow, thank you so much to everyone who's saying that they are loving the stickers. That really means a lot. And I'm not sure how many of you are interested in the Procreate details of what I'm doing, but I'm using the Studio Pen, and I do some adjustments on it to kind of make it work how I like it. I up the streamline so that way it's easier to do smooth lines, and a few other things. I might do like a more in-depth look at my Procreate settings, or maybe offer that on my Patreon at some point, because I know that some of you are definitely interested in that. But I know not everyone actually is learning how to use Procreate and needs all of those little details like that. So I'm probably going to figure out a way at some point to create more content around Procreate for those of you that are interested. Oh yeah, Brittany, don't worry. I literally just started, so I'll probably be here for a couple hours. All you missed is exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm just adding little dots to my citrus down here before I go on to drawing some more fruits and veggies for this header. And yeah, I'll probably be live streaming for, I'm guessing, a couple hours. So if you need a beverage or a snack, get comfy. Maybe you can work on your bullet journal spreads or draw something or do an activity, or you can just Just watch and listen. I'm always interested what people are doing while they're watching live streams. Do you know of any free programs that might be similar to Procreate? I've never actually used anything else on the iPad, so I am not the right person to ask that, definitely, but I'm sure there are. It's probably a matter of just like doing a Google search and seeing what some other people have to say about that. But yes, I would imagine that there are probably some programs out there. Okay, let me do some shadows down here. Any progress on the Zoom, like the Zoom meetup that we were sort of talking about last time? No hard progress yet, but it's definitely something that I do think that we're going to end up doing. We just haven't really looked into the specifics yet, but I'll be sure to update all the different social medias when there's any sort of update on that as well. Oh, Planning with Jay is in here. Awesome. So Jake will be able to help answer any questions that I miss as well if he sees them. I know a lot of you guys that know the answers to things like to help answer questions as well. I always appreciate that. I don't like for anybody to think I'm ignoring them. It's definitely just that when I'm looking down, I can't really see everything that's happening in the chat, but we'll try to answer as many questions as we can. All right. So there are some citrus. I'm going to be adding probably another shadow layer to everything towards the end. But for now, I'm just going to be leaving it a little bit flatter and just going through and adding all of my veggies. So I want for also all the veggies in this header to sort of be like a gradient. Like here I go from the purple to the orange, and then the yellow green, pinky orange type thing. I just want it to kind of be very colorful. So let's think. Will this live be saved for later? Yes, it will stay. It will definitely stay on my channel for you guys to watch anytime you want after this. All right. So, oh, here is Luna. Luna has come onto the table. Let's see if she lies down with us today. Oh, yes, there she is. I think you guys can maybe get a glimpse of some Luna tail. Luna has joined us, the queen herself. Yeah. All right, so what do we think the next set of veggies here should be? We don't have any blue in here yet. Maybe blue and purple. I could do potatoes and have them be like brown, yellow, brown potatoes to purple potatoes. Berries. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna do berries. That actually sounds like a good one, because then I can do a really cool blue to purple to red to pink. So that is what I'm gonna do. I think maybe I'll look up some berry baskets, because it'd be cute to maybe draw some baskets and such. I'll also, for those of you who are wondering, my next two headers, Luna, what are you sniffing at over there? So my next two headers are going to be some jarred things along with like the raw ingredients, so like jams and salsa, and then all the raw ingredients with them. And I'm going to have these match those empty mason jars that I did last year for my Firefly theme. I released a sheet of just blank mason jars that can be used for a mood tracker. So I'm going to be making it so that you can use that sheet again for a mood tracker to go along with this theme if you wanted to. Yeah, Luna, are you just going to stick your butt right there? I love that I have my mom and my husband in the chat. It's great. Okay, so, okay, Luna, see, this isn't gonna work. Yeah, there we go. She knows the drill. She knows she has to be respectful of the desk space. All right, so let us look at some baskets of berries. Okay, these are just the baskets, so that is not as useful. Let me look at berry farmers market. Because I might also, okay, perfect. This is like what I wanted to see. Kaylee says that Luna should have her own Instagram. It's not a bad idea. Actually, Luna's a very shy person. She's asked that her life not be... No, just kidding. Luna's a star. The fame would probably go to her head, honestly. All right, so I'm gonna do these boxes here because these seem to be pretty standard, these bluish, greenish blue kind of boxes, which I think would maybe look fun. I can also always switch the colors of anything once I'm done. Planning with Luna. I love it. Luna, people love you. People love you so much. All right, so I think I'm just going to draw in my baskets first, and then I'll draw in my berries. So, they're kind of like a little bit wobbly and such. Give it some semi-pointed corners. Something like that. Oh, hi, Oma. So now I also have my grandma in the chat. The whole fam is here. Planning with Luna, planning with Jay, planning with Mom, and planning with Oma. What's your favorite sticker set you've ever made? It's a really hard question, and I feel like it always changes depending on what the newest one I'm working on. But the cherry blossom is definitely a favorite. I think that this is going to be a favorite. I just really am loving the black chalkboard look. Very excited about it. Yeah, I think that I'll probably change this blue color. I'll leave it for now as I'm just drawing them out, but I'll probably tweak them to match once I have the berries in there and everything. I usually end up changing the colors at some point. The first color, if anything, is usually just like a placeholder. Yeah, we literally just talked about that we need a Luna cam, so that is really funny that you guys are suggesting that. All right. I also definitely, I think in the blank spaces, I'm also going to do some of these flowers here, these little white flowers that I have in that header. So I'm not going to be too worried about the blank space, like in between. Okay, so let me make these a little bit bigger. Yeah, I love the koi collection as well. I hadn't used that one in so long until my my more recent 5 types of weekly logs video, and I used the koi collection, and it just reminded me of how much I really loved that one. I love the colors of it. It's just like very, it all just came together. Okay, so let us copy and paste these two and get on to drawing some berries. I think I'll probably make these actually brown, like they're in little like brown paper bags or something like that. I think that that is going to go with this collection a little bit more. So keep it nice and earthy. So maybe I'll just leave it like this. Hey Anthony, welcome. Let's see, everybody, people like the firefly, the northern lights, peony and cherry blossom. Yeah, the peonies and the cherry blossoms for me are definitely special. Something about those, I just really, really love them. I feel like they're timeless, you know? I could see myself still wanting to use those in like 3 years. All right, so I am going to change the color of these right now. And I might actually then, oops. We'll see. Let's see here. I'm just going to start drawing some berries, and if I want to change my container later, I can. So I am going to do some strawberries. I'll draw the whole strawberries just in case I end up moving them. Let's see here. Actually, let's do some that are almost like facing upwards. And then we're going to have like a layer underneath of some darker ones. Hey, Erica. What is your favorite fruit? I love mangoes. I love tropical fruit. So like mango, pineapple, pomegranate. Jasmine says it's so relaxing just to watch you do this. Thank you so much. I think Luna finds it relaxing too. She is sound asleep. Hey, Susan. Do I have a P.O. box? I don't, but people have started to ask that a bit more, so I might have to think about perhaps setting one up. Yes, this is going to be my June theme. If you want to receive this collection as soon as possible, you can sign up for any of the $15 a month plus tiers on Patreon. Those are like the sticker monthly subscription tiers, essentially, where you get sent the physical stickers every month, the new theme that I'm designing, along with you also receive all the digital sticker files as well. And that's the PNG and the PDF files. So if you're interested in that, you can sign up for Patreon anytime this month up until June 1st, and then you will get this sent out to you. All right, so I'm going to, I guess I'll do the details on these guys right now. Erica says it's her birthday on June 1st. She's turning 18. That is so amazing. Happy birthday, or early birthday, I suppose. Hey, Susan. You say you're from the UK. Welcome to the live stream. See you later, Mia. So happy you were able to join on in. Are the seeds staying that dotty? Do we think they should be less dotty? Let's look up a good strawberry reference. because I did these ones pretty dotty, but maybe I did fewer. Should I maybe try fewer dots and make them a little bit more seed-like? I always like doing designs via live stream. That's why I do that a lot on Patreon, because I like getting your guys' feedback. I feel like that's what really makes the collection so good, is the fact that I'm able to hear what you guys think. And let's see, try to get these to look a little bit more seed like. Maybe something like that. A different color, maybe. What do we think about first if they are white, but just a little bit more spaced out like that? Okay, it looks like maybe people are agreeing they shouldn't be white. So let me do a light greenish yellow, something like this. And then I'll also do that same replacement on these strawberries. Oops. So that way everything is nice and cohesive. Like this. There we go. Good feedback, everybody. Thank you. All right, so let's keep adding our seeds then, now that we've figured that out. And I'm also going to be adding the shadows to this, so these will really start coming to life around that stage. I'm trying to use the seeds now to also, maybe those turned out a little bit too big. I'm also using the seeds to try to show like which way is up on the strawberry, give a sense of direction. And you know, you gotta keep in mind too that these headers are gonna be, I mean, about that big. So at that size, you know, definitely won't feel abrasive or anything like that. So when I'm selecting these, I'm doing that so when I draw the seeds, it'll only be within the strawberry and I can go off the edges. So I'm using this select button up here. That's what this little like wave is. And I'm using automatic selection, which lets you select colors. So you can like hold down, and then if you go left and right, it'll be more picky about which colors it selects, or it'll be less picky, basically. So I'm just selecting all of my red, and that way when I go to my brush, I can make sure that that's only within those straw bellies. And I'll say too, for people in the future who are rewatching this stream, perhaps, if you want Procreate videos and more Procreate, whether that's tutorials or just design process videos, let me know in the comments. And people in the chat, obviously, I can see that you guys are into it, but I'm just always curious about if people are super interested in that side of it, or if they just, you know, are more interested in the bullet journaling content alone. But if you are liking this, definitely Patreon is where I do the most sort of behind the scenes type things with Procreate and designing my stickers and all that. I love to answer Marika's question. I love Procreate, especially now that I have this newer iPad and I've updated everything. There's even some cooler sort of features, like there are now fonts in Procreate, which is for me a total game changer. I think that that'll probably push me to create my own fonts, so that way I can actually just type things out for my collections instead of necessarily needing to write out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday every time. This is the, maybe if Jake is looking at the chat, maybe he can answer exactly what iPad this is, because I'm terrible with that. But it's the newest iPad Pro, I'm pretty sure, and it's the slightly bigger one. I don't know exactly how big. I think Jake is watching, so maybe he can answer that one. Okay, so let's do a lower layer of strawberries now. I'm gonna go in with a darker red. And do something sort of similar here. Maybe even darker. Yeah, like that. These are definitely going to be less visible, so I don't really need to stress too much about exactly what they look like. And I'm using this darker color to place any shadows to immediately separate them. Actually, maybe I'll just lay in all of these initial shadows. Oh, there we go. Looks like we will have a PO box set up by the end of the day. So I'll probably post that to Instagram. Maybe I'll even post on the YouTube community page when that gets set up. Yeah, I could definitely easily make a font for my print fonts. That would be like no problem. But I've definitely watched quite a bit of content about making fonts, so I feel like I could figure out a cursive one as well. I feel like I could do it. Especially like certain styles would be easier than others to do with all of the connections and everything. But if I do make a font, I'm sure I will either be selling it in my shop or posting it to Patreon. So I'm very excited about that possibility. Favorite part of the sticker making process? The favorite part for me is collaborating with people during my streams, to be very honest. The whole design process I do really love. I love adding shadows, as far as the design process. That's my favorite part, is adding the shadows and highlights, because it just brings everything to life. But besides that, yeah, definitely connecting with you all and like having a fight over ocean or veggies. Exactly. Also gonna have add some other ones in here. And these ones are like upside down. I'm gonna be able to make that more obvious, I think, once I do the shading. All right. Let me add my seeds to this bottom layer. I'm gonna go with a darker color to match. Actually, first thing is I should add my leaves. Start to fill up some space in here with some other leaves poking around. Some awning headers. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Tips for saving space in your journal. I don't worry about saving space in my journal, honestly. I just always try to have my next journal like purchased and on hand well before I run out of space, so that way I'm not scrambling and worried about like not actually having a journal. But if a journal like this journal I'm using right now, this is going to be my last month in this one. I filled this up so fast. You can see here how many pages I have left. Not very many. But I didn't, force myself to go slower with this. Let's see, when did I start this? I think March. Yeah, so March, April, May. It's like a 3-month bullet journal right here, which is the fastest I've ever gone through one. But I think that's okay. I don't really force my journal to last longer. If you're using it and filling it up, that's actually a very good sign, because that means you're really using your journal, So yeah, I would not worry about that. Oh, that's awesome, Rowan. Um, Somebody mentioned about how Archer and Olive has fewer pages. I definitely agree with the fact that there's fewer pages in this, and that can be a bit inconvenient. I actually just got my new journal. Let me see, that's right here. I can show you guys. I had purchased a different journal as my next bullet journal, but I decided to give that to my mom for Mother's Day. So I ended up buying myself a new one, and this is their 192 page journal. So there's the front cover. Very cute, but I did that so that I would have some more pages. It's 32 more pages, so it's not like it's a huge amount, but this one here is 160 pages. So yeah, I'm excited for this one to hopefully last a bit longer. Love the cover of that. So I haven't shown that to anyone yet, so you guys got a little peek. And the tabs I'm using on my journal, by the way, are these guys right here. It looks like this one's open, but they're the Avery sticky tabs. So they come in like these big packs. Super useful for me. I love using those. All right, and now I'm going to do my dots or my seeds. Maybe something like this. Okay, maybe a little bit darker. Luke said I'd love an updated journaling supplies video. I've definitely thought about that and have that written down in my video ideas page, because I'm going to be doing that soon. An updated supplies video. The last one I did, I think, was like 3 years ago and has a lot of supplies I don't use. I've definitely, I've simplified the way I plan a lot since then in terms of supplies. So an updated video, I think, is a good idea. Let's see. Sounds like we have a seed that overlapped a leaf. I'm looking for it. Oh, I see it. This one. There you go. I feel like my age demo. I should actually check. Oh, it looks like people are taught. Yeah, because I think my age demographic is probably more like in the 30s, maybe. We should check, actually. I haven't really checked in a while on my YouTube demographic, so I'll check that out, because it's also an interesting question for me. Yeah, little kitty cat paw. Yeah, she is little toe beans. Jake, do you want to maybe check our age demographics? See what our average age is? I would be very interested to know that, especially now that people in the chat are saying how old they are. Like, I'm interested if like this live stream demographic is the same as my general YouTube. It looks like it's basically split in this chat between people who are like 19 to 22 or like 14 to 20. And then we have people who are like 30 to 50. I love it. I really love having that kind of broad demographic, though, that I know I have lots of high schoolers and stuff like that, lots of students, but then I also know that there's a ton of moms and, you know, moms and daughters who bullet journal together. It's just like, it's such a cute little cozy community, I feel like. I see it on my Patreon as well. You know, you kind of have more like the mothers of the group. And then you have some grandmas in the group as well. It's just, I love it. I love that there's not just one type of person here, you know? Yeah, exactly, America. How bullet journaling is just brings everybody together. It's really amazing. It makes me a little emotional thinking about it. Okay. Let's do one more just layer of darkness down here to fill this out. Can you guys see that Luna's dreaming? Can you see her twitchy little paw? All the youngins joining together. Yeah, Luna's paw is kind of stealing the show right now. But it's okay. I know that Luna's always going to be cuter than me. I've just accepted that as my reality. Okay. I think that is it for our strawberries. Well, for the top layer at least. I'm still going to be doing my shadows. And I'm just going to erase these bits here. I'm loving the chat right now. This is so sweet. Okay. I'm going to move on to do some of my other berries before I start going in with other shadows. The shadows are also what are going to make the like leaf details you can see here. All the different shades of green and doing a side shadow on the strawberries. Will the stickers include the overlapped fruit or just be rectangular? Oh, like here where it goes off the edge. I'm going to be leaving everything that's off the edge right now will stay off the edge. I think that's what your question is. So I have like things that deliberately break that rectangle, and then some things like this where I cut it off at that rectangle. So I like to have little bits poking out. Oh, Luna is having some good dreams right now. She's so cute. All right, so there are some strawberries. I'm probably going to mess with the colors of that a bit later as well. But let's go on to do some raspberries and such. All right. see how big we want these. That is perfect. So same process here. Drawing in my top ones. See you later, Rowan. Thanks so much for joining. Yes, for those of you who are maybe just joining on in, this is going to be June's bullet journal theme in my journal. It'll be sent to all of my patrons this month. That's patreon.com/planningwithkay and link down below. So for $15 plus patrons, and then it'll be listed in my shop as soon as Patreon stickers ship out. Okay, looks like we have some age demographics here. Our top demographic is 18 to 24. Our second demographic is 25 to 34. So yeah, we have a pretty good split there. Yeah, what percentage do we have for the older ages? I love that I can just ask Jake to look things up for me. See you later, Erica. Thanks so much for joining. I'm using the app Procreate on the iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil. I also have this other color in here. Oops. There we go. Looks like 35 to 44. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch, Luna. That was a good stretch. Oh, yeah. What should I journal as I watch this? Do you have your next weekly set up? Yeah, Luna, somehow your legs have ended up on my iPad here. Let's reposition your limbs. There we go. Awesome. Thank you for those age stats, Jake. Always coming in clutch. Yeah, I think the 7% for 13 to 17 is probably just because people enter their age as 18, even if they're younger. I would imagine that percentage is probably a lot higher. Hey, Chelsea. All right. Let's keep going with these berries. And I also think that demographic is probably really different depending on which platform you're looking at. Like, I imagine that Patreon is probably an older demographic than that Instagram. I don't know. Instagram's probably around the same, I would guess. But yeah, it's definitely always interesting to know those details about who's interested in your things. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop to give Luna her nap space. As she gets sleepier and sleepier, she just sort of expands like Jello, you know? she just starts taking up more and more space. All right. And I think I'm going to mess with these colors right here on the fly. Make them a little brighter, a little pinker. So here's before, after. See you later, Jenna. And if anyone has to leave, just remember that this will be available to rewatch after the fact. The replay will be there for you, so definitely check that out if you're interested. While I'm at it, I'm going to add some more details to these ones up here, because I do think I probably meant to do that. Okay. Actually, before I add the texture, I'm going to add, some of these have their little darker holes on top, so I'm going to add some of those. Yes, I will be setting up my June spreads with this whole collection, so I'm going to have a whole video using this once it's done. So something, oops. Something like this. Like so. See you later, little panda. And if you guys are interested in seeing more live streams throughout this month, I'll just give you a peek here at the live stream schedule so you can see what you're getting into. But I have 4 more Patreon live streams this month. So that's a $5, $10, $10, and $3. And then next Saturday, so 1 week from today, I also have an Instagram live stream. That's a public Instagram live stream at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, now let's go in and add our little details. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Planning with Jay. I think we just got that set up, but that's a part of the YouTube live streaming where if you want to make a donation to Planning with Kay and the Luna Tuna Fund, you can. That's so cool. So cool getting new things set up and just very exciting. Maybe I'll do that if anyone does a super chat, I'll do a giveaway where I'll choose one person at the end to receive a free collection, and I'll probably just ask you to like send me an Instagram message or send me an email, something like that. So we can do that. And do not feel any obligation to donate, by the way, to do any super chat. It's just a fun YouTube feature that we got set up, but you absolutely do not have to pay to join or to watch these streams. So for the giveaway, I'll just do that if you if there are any super chats by the end of this live stream, I'll choose one person to receive a free kit, this kit here, once it's finished. And I think that's how we'll do that. Hello, everybody who's joining right now. Hey, Sergio. Yeah, Jake's saying he just wanted to test that out to see how it works. Yeah, definitely don't worry about that if you're confused at all. Mostly just a test. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Kelly. Oh, wow. So cool. Thank you so much. So I wonder, I'm going to trust that Jake is testing this all out behind the scenes for me, but just curious if we can just see all the super chats, see everybody who's done that, so that by the end we can contact someone about the free collection. I'm just more telling Jake to look into that right now. Jake's like my producer. But yeah, we've been doing that this year, just having Jake more involved with the live streams, and he's been getting everything set up for me and basically being like I'm not even joking, like the producer of the live streams, and it's just been, I feel like really, really helping things out. He got a new mic for the whole setup. I'm really excited to do more live streams in general. Okay, Nix is asking, explain how the giveaway will work again. So just because we just got this super chat donation function set up on here, if there are any, well, now we have one super chat. So if there are all the super chats at the end of this, I'll choose one person to receive this kit for free, or, you know, maybe not really for free because you're doing some sort of donation. But yeah, I'll just choose one person to receive a free kit. And I think that super chat button is like that little $ button below the chat. I've never used it myself, so we're just testing things out here. Jake is actually the best husband ever. He really is the best husband ever. I would have to agree with that. Oh my god, there's super chats coming in and everything. That is amazing. Thank you so much, Sophisticate. Thank you, Elise. Thank you, Sergio. Wow, this is really, really cool. Awesome. So to make things easy for those of you who are leaving a super chat, maybe just go ahead and send me an email to contact@planningwithkay.com. Shoot an email with your name and your address, and I'll just choose one person from those emails, and I'll just respond to your email. So leave a super chat, and then go ahead and send me an email with your name and address after you've left a super chat, and I'll just confirm those with the super chat people, choose a person for the giveaway. So that is really cool. Thank you guys so much for donating. Wow. Okay, let me get back to drawing. I'm getting very distracted by the chat, but this is just really, really cool. Aw. Yes, still doing the Zoom meet and greet. It's going to be in the works. Jake is going to be getting things figured out for that. Awesome. All right, let me... These live streams are also especially nice right now during quarantine and lockdown and everything. Oh, thank you, Mom, for the super chat. Oh, and there's like a little pear that says #1 fan. Aw. That's amazing. It's so cute. Oh, thank you guys so much. So if you send a super chat, go ahead and send me an email to contact@planningwithkay.com. And just send it with your name and your address. Moms are the best. I know, I have the best mom, the best husband. I'm just a lucky gal. Okay, I am really getting distracted, but I just can't help it. This chat is just blowing my mind right now. The Zoom meet and greet is not, yeah, and the best cat. You're so right, Jake. We really do have the best cat. The Zoom meet and greet is not planned yet or is not scheduled yet, but once we have a date locked in for that, we'll be sure to update all the different platforms and social media and everything. So stay tuned for that. Patreon is always the best source of updates. I usually, or Patreon or Instagram stories are usually where things are sure to be announced and linked and updated and everything. Even if you just sign up for the $1 Patreon tier, you can get some reliable updates. YouTube is probably the slowest for updates because the community tab doesn't really notify everybody. It's a little bit harder to just do plain old updates. So Instagram story is always where I'll kind of say what's going on, as well as Patreon. Thank you so much, Nix. That is awesome. Thank you for the donation. I just have the biggest smile on my face right now, guys. I really do. I can't handle this love right now. Thank you so much, Angela. Thank you for the $5. Say woo, love this theme. Thank you so much. Ruby said, I never realized how long it takes. Yeah, these collections, I really get a lot of joy out of putting the time and detail into the designs. So I feel like people probably don't realize, you know, what a process it is designing these. I feel like there's probably even people who maybe don't realize that I actually draw everything in these collections. So I definitely like showing the behind the scenes so you guys get a better idea of kind of what my day-to-day is like and what goes into all of these designs and everything. Oh, thank you so much, Valentina. All right, so I'm putting in that bottom layer of berries. Yeah, and you know, the streams probably do also make my sticker designing take a little bit longer because I'm, like I said, talking and getting distracted. But I feel like the streams also encourage me to keep designing for longer. So I think it balances itself out probably. But the streaming definitely is just like such an enjoyable part of this for me. So even if it does make things take a little bit longer, I don't think I really mind. I just love talking with you guys. And I'm so happy that so many of you are enjoying watching these designs. Again, I've never really done this on my channel before, so I just wasn't sure if, you know, people would be into it, if you'd find it boring, you know. It's just always interesting trying out new things and just not being sure how we'll be received, but it's awesome to hear that it sounds like you guys are really enjoying this, so. All right, and Jake is confirming that he's receiving those emails from the super chat / donation giveaway that we're doing. For those of you who maybe didn't hear about that, if you send any sort of donation or super chat through the chat on the live stream here, then you can send an email to contact@planningwithkay, and we'll be choosing, maybe I'll choose a couple of you. Maybe it won't just be one, but I'll be choosing at least one person to receive a free collection, this kit here, once it's done. Will you guest people on your Instagram live stream? I've never done that before. It sounds like a lot of pressure, but I know that other people have, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm sure I will. I think with most things, like, I probably will end up doing it. It's just a matter of when. But I do love connecting with you guys, so that would be a lot of fun. I think it might be less stressful if I were to like try something like that, but with like a smaller group at first, if that makes sense. Like maybe with my patrons, if I were to do something like that, just to make sure that I'm not just like a bumbling buffoon when I'm trying to talk to you guys. I don't know how nervous I would get, so I would definitely like to practice that first before I just do it. Are you going to make a different color migration kit? That's a good idea. Because right now I just have like a standard warm and cool tone version. So it's definitely not a bad idea to think about maybe with my next migration, maybe I'll use some of that kit again and I can create a different color variation. All right. Oh, Luna, you having so many dreams right now? You're just twitching all over the place. Any tips on getting back into bullet journaling after graduating? I feel like there's nothing to put into it now. Maybe if you don't have as many like actual tasks and such, like you don't need your bullet journal so much to rely on as an organizational tool, you can focus on using it instead as a memory keeping device or like a creative outlet. Like if you still enjoy making spreads in your journal, then you can just focus those spreads on different things. So, you know, keeping track of things you enjoy, of recipes, of all sorts of different things, you know. Just depends on what's interesting to you and what you think maybe you could still utilize that for, even if you don't really find that you need it in the same way that you did in school, because obviously, you know, your routine is a lot different. You maybe don't have the same necessities that you did before. For me, I stayed pretty much as busy as I was in school afterwards. So I still needed my journal in that way, but I definitely use my journal differently now. I use it a lot more for memory keeping. I use it a lot more creatively, I would say, in like the spreads that I create. See you later, Luke. Thank you so much for joining. It's always so nice having you in the chat. Okay, getting pretty close with these berries here. And these headers are always the biggest chunk of designing these collections. Why do all your sticker sets start on Monday? It's hard when I start on Sunday to not have the colors in a pattern. I've actually recently, because of that, have been trying to mix the colors up in a way that if you are Sunday start, it doesn't really mess with you as much. Because I had some other people saying the same thing. I'm trying to see if I have my add-on sheet here so I can show you what I mean. Oh, this actually might not be the best example. Well, I can't really find one of my recent ones, but yeah, I have been keeping that in mind. Obviously, I do Monday start, so I think that that's why I obviously then start all of my collections with Monday. But for anything like calendars or, you know, anything where it's set, I always offer that Sunday option. But yeah, I always wish I could make everybody perfectly happy. And I definitely try to make the adjustments when I can. But yeah, I've been basically making like the color, like when I have those Monday through Sunday stickers with alternating colors, I try to make them not so much alternating back and forth, and I'll instead mix it up so that way Sunday and Monday are not going to be the same color next to each other. So I've definitely been trying to make that a little bit better for my Sunday starters out there. Yeah, Luna's even snoring a little bit right now. She is being so extra cute. Here, I'll take this chance to maybe show you guys Luna. I think I can do it with minimal destruction. There's Luna. Being so cute. Taking up the whole desk. Alright, there's the Luna time. Yeah, here maybe I'll zoom in so you can see her little lips. Oh, and her little toe beans. Okay, so cute. I mean, let's be real, we're all here for the cat content. Yeah, cover your face. Oh, I love how the chat's just blowing up once I show Luna. Okay. Oh, see, this is great because I love that you now know to ask Jake about the gear, about like the tripods and such. Because if you were to ask me, I'd be like, Jake? Jake also just got a whole new setup for our cameras and stuff, so he's very proud of it. It's like new things that clamp to the tables and such. All right. Now that we had our little Luna break. All right, so those berries are looking good. I think I'm just going to, I'm actually gonna merge all this stuff. Okay, what's on this layer here? Oh, my white highlights. All right, well, that actually reminds me, I can add some white highlights to these here. Add a little shine. All right, let's do, oh, I also want to do an underlayer on this brown here. All right, let's do a bottom layer of dark berries to finish this off. What does everyone like to dip their fries in? Ketchup. I'm a ketchup girl, and also sometimes ranch, depending on the fry. But like, I like ketchup on so many things. I'm definitely a ketchup lover. Some people kind of look at me funny with them large ketchup piles I put on my plate. Oh, some of you are really fancy. Oh, garlic mayo. Wow. I wasn't even thinking about all that fancy stuff. I would definitely go in on some garlic mayo. We're garlic fans here. Okay. So now I definitely gotta do blueberries. And that'll probably be the 3 berries I do. So I'll get rid of this 4th berry box. And then I think we'll probably do like some greens. And then we'll have to figure out maybe something purple, like the cauliflower or eggplant. All right, let's do some of these bloobs, which will be a little bit easier because they're just circles. Some of them might be kind of on their side. Some are going to be littler. The stinking rose. That's great. Yeah, you just have to make sure you don't have to like be close to people's faces the next day. Make sure you're not like going on a flight or something. Do maybe this darker color for the underneath berries. Maybe even lighten those up a little bit. Oh, honey mustard. I'm also a honey mustard fan. I'm definitely a savory person, so I really like most sauces and dips and such. Yeah, like, I feel like I really like horseradish sauces with French fries. Like, I feel like I've had that somewhere, like a horseradish dip with French fries. My mouth is just watering now. Yeah, we did almost go to that so many times. The Gilroy Garlic Festival. Jake, horseradish is delicious. I don't know what you're talking about. Jake does not like horseradish. Yeah, I like wasabi as well, which is basically the same thing. But that's definitely like you either hate it or love it. I hated all of that stuff though when I was younger. When I was like 18 or 19, I had this, like my taste buds totally changed, and all of a sudden I liked all of these things that I always hated. And that was one of those things. I'm gonna make these more like clumps, bloobs. Oh, a sushi theme would be good. Yeah, I love sushi. And Jake really doesn't like sushi. Well, he doesn't like seaweed. So that's like most sushi is made with seaweed. He likes sashimi. Um, but yeah, I just love sushi. A good avocado roll. Like it doesn't have to be fish sushi for me to love it. Yeah, that's a great idea, Jake. I would do that. I would order a lot of sushi rolls so that I could draw them. It's a good theme idea, though. I haven't really done many food themes, I feel like. I did like an orange and a watermelon theme. And then I guess like the coffee and tea that I've drawn in various themes. Yeah, I love seaweed. Like, I really like the seaweed paper snacks that you can get. The smell of those is like the worst to Jake. He cannot stand the smell of those seaweed papers. See, I really like the soy paper sushi as well. I just love all sushi, really. All of it. I like how people are really trying to figure out how you can enjoy sushi, Jake. They're concerned for you. Oh, cucumber wrap sushi. See, that I did not know about. Because then it's a little crunchy. Jake, maybe you can try that. I started making stickers. So I started bullet journaling in December of my junior year of college. And then I started making stickers when I graduated. So I was bullet journaling for about a year and a half before I started making stickers. Don't worry, I knew what you meant, Ruby. I'm pretty good at deciphering typos. Okay, that looks awesome. So now I gotta do all these little holes and such that go in these. It's like this. Thank you guys so much again to all of you for joining today. This has really just been like the best Saturday afternoon. I'm having so much fun. Oh yeah, I think I was saying earlier, but I think I interrupted myself because I definitely do that a lot where I get distracted in the middle of saying something. But I was saying that these live streams are especially nice right now during this lockdown quarantine time. I feel like I really appreciate getting to hang out with you guys and talk to you guys. It's like just feels like we're hanging out, you know? Like I'm getting to hang out with some people and do some art. It's just really lovely. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'm laughing at your comment, Marisa. Yeah, it definitely works out better because then we're not competing. And Jake can answer things while I'm talking. This is like our first time, I feel like, really doing it because Jake ended up hopping into the last YouTube live stream with his Planning with Jay account because people were just asking about if Jake has bullet journaled before. And this is the first stream that we're like really intentionally doing it, and it's awesome. It's working really well. And I mean, Jake and I just do everything together, so it makes sense that it's really nice whenever he joins in on something. Kim's daughter wants to know what machines I use to cut my stickers. I use the Silhouette Portrait 2 cutting machines. They're like pretty much the cheapest cutting machines that you can get by Silhouette, and I have about 20 of them, so 22 of them actually. So I use all of those are Silhouette portraits, and I have all of that information also in my how I make my stickers video. So if you're interested, you can always check that out if you want to see how I run those machines and all of that. It is 2:46 here. There's a really good sushi place here in Portland called Bamboo. That's like a sort of more fancy sushi place. Oh my god, Luna is having some crazy dreams right now. Are you catching a mouse? Are you catching a mouse in your dream, you sweet angel? Oh, she's so sleepy. Jake very strategically gave her like a little wet food right before the stream because whenever she eats in the middle of the day, she instantly she first wants to clean herself and then she falls asleep. So we were hoping that by doing that, she would end up wanting to sleep on the live stream because I really wanted you guys to be able to see her. So I'm happy that the plan worked. She's like sleeping with her eyes open. Oh, another stretch. Oh, are you really stretchy? Are you a really stretchy cat? But yeah, what was I saying? I was saying that Bamboo is a sushi place here in Portland that's really good. But I'm not really picky about where I order sushi from, I feel like. Here in Portland especially, like, I feel like everything's good, food-wise, pretty much. It's pretty hard to go wrong, especially if you just take a look at reviews and such before. So I also really like more basic sushi places, but Bamboo's one of those more fancy ones. Wow, midnight video watcher. Go Marisa. Oh, you need one more cloud. Oh no. All right, let me add in some leaves because I did these cute little leaves on here that I really liked. Okay, I want to put some leaves a bit farther down here. Yeah, you just gotta scoot the paw if the paw gets in your way. That's bullet journaling 101. Scoot the paw. Have I ever met a celebrity? I grew up in an area that a good amount of celebrities kind of live nearby, so I've definitely had my fair share of star sightings. I feel like I grew up in LA, so I feel like if you live there, you've probably seen people here and there. But I'm trying to think, like, I've seen like Brad Pitt and Will Smith, not together, but just out and about. Um, there's some other famous people. Just at a distance though. So it's not like we're not best friends or anything. All right, let me add some white highlights to these, and then we can go in with, like I said, my favorite part, adding in shadows. Jake, can you get us all sushi from the store? That'd be great. You guys are hilarious. And horseradish, please. Extra horseradish. All right. Let's do some shadows on these berries, shall we? I'm not even mad that I've been kind of going slowly designing this today, because, like I said, I'm just having way too much fun. All right, so I'm going to choose a shadow color here. And we are going to place that right down here. Oh, Luna, that is big leg stretch, and she's covering her face. Cara, the donations were just something that we were testing out to get set up, but since Jake was testing it out, I said that if anybody wants to make any sort of donation today, you can then send an email to contact@planningwithkay, and we'll be choosing some of those people who donated to receive this kit for free once it comes out. So if anybody wanted to do a super chat for any amount, you can just shoot an email to contact@planningwithkay after you do it, and we'll be contacting the winners for that giveaway a little bit later by responding to those emails. Yeah, Luna, are you turning around? Yeah, all donations go to the Luna Tuna Fund. Exactly. All donations will be used to buy Luna wet food so that she sleeps during the live streams. Give Luna tuna. Tuna broth is her favorite wet food. Okay, so I can also get rid of the sketch that I've had on here this whole time. All right, so there are some berries. Let's do those shadows here. Something darker than that. Maybe a little bit more red. Give Luna tuna, #scoot the paw. Gotta give that paw a good old scootin'. Yeah, what Jake just said. Our Alexa occasionally will just like start talking and she'll be like, reminder, it looks like you need to buy like wet cat food. Would you like me to order that? So Luna gets plenty of wet food now. All right, so here I go. I'm gonna start putting in my shadows, separating all my berries for the first shadow layer. Actually, maybe I'll do the shadows on this side, kind of be a little bit congruent with my lighting, or consistent, I mean. Thank you so much. Dialectical materialism or bust. From now on, any money I make is just the Luna Tuna Fund. That's the only expense I have. Like my bill tracker, it just every single day just says tuna. Tuna for Luna. You wish, little lady. Huh. You wish that's all life was about, just giving you tuna. That would be your best life. See you later, Jake. Jake is about to go grocery shopping. I will text you if I think of anything. I love just communicating through Livestream. It's the best. I feel like such a millennial. Oh, hey. Hey, Slight Sounds ASMR. I miss you. This is an ASMR channel, but someone who I actually met in person here in Portland, and we just met through a mutual friend, and they do YouTube as well and have a really lovely ASMR channel. So if any of you are into ASMR, definitely recommend checking them out. Oh, that's awesome. It looks like we actually have people in here who follow your channel. It's amazing. Has anyone used the quarantine as an excuse to Uber Eats from unusual restaurants? We're trying Venezuelan for the first time tonight. I feel like I actually should do more of that. We really haven't been ordering too much food during this quarantine, which is really great. Pretty proud of ourselves for mostly cooking, but I should use it as an excuse to order some like new places that we haven't before. So I've pretty much just been sticking to the same tried and true places when we do decide to order. So it's a great idea. Hey Maja, thank you so much. All right, let's choose a redder shadow here for our strawberries. You know, they do look pretty juicy, don't they? That's what I was going for. This collection is all about bounty, I feel like, so can't have some weak strawberries. You need them to be extra juicy. We try to support our small family-owned restaurants through this time. We're blessed to not have been financially impacted. That is just such a good idea, sophisticated. Or sophisticate. See how many ways I can say your username wrong. Yeah, that's like since we've been isolated, Jake has definitely been doing a lot more Amazon shopping for things for the business, which is awesome. But it is funny that, like, you know, you think that, like, oh, I won't be spending any money going out or doing this, but then of course, like, you usually find other ways to spend money. But all in all, we've definitely been saving a lot more money since being isolated. We live in such a foodie city here, so when things are open, we definitely like to go out to eat and go out with friends to eat and drink and all of that. So it's a huge expense off for us to not be going out. How long have I been drawing / illustrating for? I've been doing these digital drawings now for about 3 years. I guess almost exactly 3 years, because it's been since May of 2017 is when I got my iPad and started making stickers. Before that, I was always still like an artistic, creative person. I was saying during one of my streams this week that I was just like more of a doodler. I wouldn't like try to learn how to make my art better, but I would just like doodle the same things on my notes and stuff like that. It wasn't until I started making stickers that I really started what I would call, you know, illustrating or like intentionally working on that as my craft. For your next migration, you should do a master habit tracker. Yeah, I have my yearly trackers here that I've been using and have been working super well for me. You can see I've been keeping up with these and everything. But it would be nice to have, in my 5 types of habit tracker video, I did a master habit tracker where you could track 8 habits over an entire year. And I was watching that video the other day, and I was thinking that it would be cool to maybe revisit that idea. I've never actually used that myself. I had just set that up for a video. So I was thinking about that as well. So maybe I'll try that out. Again, for anyone who is joining in recently and didn't hear me earlier, if you want to receive this collection here that I'm designing as soon as possible, you can sign up for my Patreon. It's linked down below. If you sign up anytime this month, that's the quickest way to receive this collection here. Otherwise, it'll be listed in my shop as soon as Patreon rewards ship out closer to the end of the month. And if you like these live streams or seeing me design stickers, also consider joining Patreon. I do live streams every single month and every single week for $3, $5, $10+ you get more live streams depending on which tier you're at. But yeah, if you really like this and you want to see me designing stickers more often, consider trying out those live streams on Patreon. Okay, this is just going to be my first shadow layer here. So I'm going to leave those strawberries alone and do my blueberry shadow layer. Our biggest savings has been fuel for the car, Cal says. Yeah, luckily we don't have a car. So, but I mean, actually, that being said, though, that is a huge saving for us as well because we have always used car sharing services for grocery shopping and such, running errands, going out, things like Zipcar and Car2Go and such. Um, so that we have been saving a ton of money on, and things like Ubers, just all the transportation things, even if it hasn't necessarily been like specifically car expenses or fuel expenses. Definitely still have a lot of savings like that. Will patrons have these in time to use for June? I know we get the digital, but I can't cut them with my Cricut yet. So these will be shipping out by the end of this coming week, I think. Maybe beginning of that. Here, let me pull out my calendar so I can look at the dates here. So I'm hoping to have this finished by the beginning of this coming week here, and then having rewards shipped out by Memorial Day, the 25th. So that is my plan. So that then gives a week for USA patrons to hopefully start receiving these before June starts. Mail is a little bit more unpredictable recently. So for international people, bye baby.
I love you.
Love you. So for international people, it most likely will not get there in time for June. But for USA people, you should have better luck at getting this for June. I think most of my patrons use my themes like a month behind me. Just so that way they don't have to stress about receiving things perfectly on time. And then they'll still start to use those stickers the month before for dailies and such if they receive it sooner, if they want to. Just depends on your routine, I suppose, and your preference. Have you always been an organized person, or was it a process? I was not an organized person, I would say. I got through high school pretty much with no problem, but I would say that was more just because I was naturally school came easy to me in high school. I was able to get through it without really having to be too organized or worry too much about turning things in on time. And then I got to college and everything changed and fell apart. And all of a sudden, I was drowning and just really struggling with school, struggling to keep up with everything. I was constantly turning assignments in late and forgetting things. I was just not organized at all. And then I found bullet journaling, and it legit just changed everything. I think it was just because I had always really wanted to be organized. I always purchased planners and would, find different life hacks and stuff that I would try, all of that. But once I found bullet journaling, it was finally a organizational system that really stuck with me and that just meshed with me and that actually worked. And that's what started turning me into an organized person. And eventually it just became a little bit more like second nature. Don't really have to focus as much on maintaining my planning system. At this point, it's just like a part of my life that I've grown used to using. Cal, I'm laughing at your comment about us doing a collab. I just love that you actually know both of our channels. The world is so small. It's amazing. I love it. I just bought like 8 months worth of stickers from you, and I'm a patron. I think I'm set for a while. That's the best though, Kelly. Then you can just bust out any theme you want at any time. Will the giveaway winner get the set the same time as the patrons? Yeah, I'll probably be sending out that giveaway at the same time once this collection is finished. I love it. Okay. Try not to get too distracted by the chat. It's so hard though. Yeah, I thought it was when Slight Sounds and I met, it was just so funny because like what we do is pretty similar, because I know a lot of people who watch bullet journaling videos do so because of that ASMR aspect and liking the voice that goes along with it and all of that. So it was just so funny when we met. We're like, oh, we actually are sort of like doing similar things on YouTube, you know? Yeah, how long have we been going so far? A little over 2 hours. Having such a good time. I'm gonna keep going too. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna keep streaming, but you know, I'll probably stop when Jake gets back from the store. That'll be my I'm laughing at you guys. What are you guys coughing about up here? What are all these loud sounds? Oh my god, you guys are cracking me up. Cracking me up. But yeah, I think what I was saying is that ASMR and bullet journaling do pretty much go hand in hand, I feel like. So it makes sense that it's working. I'm getting so distracted. Just reading all of your Caitlin said I was gone for just a little while and I feel like I missed a lot. Just everything's happening now, Caitlin. Everything's happening. I don't think I even know what's going on anymore. But as far as the kit, we're still working on some berries. I'm just having like a really chill drawing session right now. No time stress. I'm just letting myself mosey through this. Okay. I'm gonna try to not look at the chat for like 1 minute so I can hopefully do more than one shadow at a time. Alright, I'm over these berries. I want to be done with these berries and move on. But that's so hard when the chat is so entertaining. Like I know some people when they stream, they can't really pay attention to the chat so much or try not to. And I mean, that's my favorite part is interacting with the chat, but it is funny because sometimes I'm like, wow, I've been sitting here for like 1 hour and the spread I set up is not that complex, but it was just because I was just talking to you guys. It's great. I really feel like we're buds, you know? I joined late. I missed so much. That's okay. This will be available to rewatch at least. I'm also still going. But yeah, if you missed any of this stream, you can definitely go rewatch it at any time. I'll have it available on my channel forever. It will be there for you guys to watch whenever you want. And you can just pretend like you were there live. Just pretend like you're there live and I'm just ignoring everything you're saying, you know? You can still just like pretend to chat. Find Jake at the store and make sure this live lasts 15 days. Kidnap him if you must. Oh, see, I'm getting distracted again. You guys. Yeah, Jake just never comes home, and I just never stop live streaming. I start like starving and dehydrating, but I keep going. And Luna just lies with me the whole time. The whole 15 days. Yeah, Luna's asleep. Here, I'll show you guys Luna again. Another little look at Luna. Because she's update. That is if I can figure out how to loosen my little phone mount here. Here, let me try not to hit the mic. There's Luna. A Luna distraction. You can see her face a little bit better now. Are you sleepy? She kind of looks like she's thinking about maybe waking up. She probably wants to beg for food. Oh. Oh, no, back to sleep. Back to sleep. Oh, such a good girl. Let's see those toe beans. Okay. Oh yeah, the fleece blanket is how I know to get Luna to hang out with me. Or to sleep near me, at least. All right. Let's pop this phone back in here as best we can. Let's see if I can screw that in a little tighter. Okay, that works. Tuna for Luna hits massive spikes all over the socials. Why did you name her Luna? We named her Luna for a few reasons. Mostly because of Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter, but then also because we got her on Cinco de Mayo. So Luna is also Spanish for the moon. And since she's a black cat, she's like a cat of the night. So that's why the moon thing kind of works. But so all of those together made for our little Luna baby. My mom's waiting to go hang out by the pool until I stop, but I just keep streaming. I'm ruining your pool day. I am using the app Procreate on my iPad Pro. Okay, so let me try not to get distracted for another 20 seconds. I'm gonna do another shadow layer here with a clipping mask, and I'm gonna do a lighter shadow with this one on everything, and that is gonna be for my actual fruit shapes. I keep wanting to look at the chat, but I just need to wait for a little bit so I can do something here. Get done with these berries. Oh my god, that's amazing, Livia. That is so awesome. Yeah, you decided to start a sticker business. All right. That's good there. Maybe a couple more on these. What Hogwarts house am I? I am a... Actually, no, I won't make you guess. I'm a Gryffindor. I'm definitely a Gryffindor. Every time I've done the test, I end up being Gryffindor. And Jake is a self-proclaimed Slytherin. Oh, I'm distracted by the chat again. It's happening. Oh, I got some fellow Gryffindors. You are definitely distracting me, Kaylee. You're all distracting me. It's great. This is like the reason why you're not supposed to like work on your schoolwork with your friends. You know, when you'd be like, oh, let's do a study group, and it's with all your best friends, and you're just joking yourself, and you're all just going to be distracted and laughing and hanging out. But you kind of just convince yourself, you're like, no, maybe I can do it. Maybe it will be really good. And then you have a really good time being distracted with your friends, and you don't get any homework done. So that's what this feels like. Except luckily, this isn't schoolwork. If anything, if we can compare this to schoolwork, then it's like the teacher, and like I'm the teacher, and this is the schoolwork I've assigned myself. So that means that I can just give myself an A, even if I don't finish it. Maybe part of the assignment is that I'm supposed to be distracted by friends while doing it, you know? This is our world. We can make the rules here. Exactly. There's always snacks involved when you're distracted by friends. Like you go to the vending machine like 7 times and you swear, you're like, no, really, I'm starving. And it's like, let's go get a drink. I'm really thirsty. And then after your drink, it's like, well, I need some gum. I need dessert. I think there's always a good reason. There's always a good reason for snacks. Okay, I'm gonna look away from the chat again because you guys are being so funny and distracting. And I'm so close to being done with these berries. I mean, I can just smell, I can smell the berries. That's how close they are. This is also making me want a snack. Yeah, I did just look at the chat. Kaylee, it's like you actually are causing me to look at the chat. I have fruit roll-ups. It's like my favorite snack. It's making me want to grab one. But see, this is what happens. It's literally exactly like trying to do homework with my friends. All of a sudden, I'm like, I think I need a snack. I'm thirsty. And then at some point, you just like go to the gym and just start playing games with your friends instead. It was all lost cause. All right. Let's do our final blueberry shadows, and then I'm finally done with the berries. Oh, actually, that's a lie. I have to do some leaf details after that, but then I'm almost done. Just like to do some little shadows, kind of indicating that these are round. Some little like that. And again, I don't really have to be super precise with everything and make sure it isn't like overlapping as far as these little shadows, because it's going to be zoomed out like this, so you really won't be able to see those little details. Marissa's like, I really don't need to go be eating a snack at midnight. Everybody, chill out about the snacks. I also need this dark brown to put below my bloobs. I'm totally still reading the chat. I'm definitely getting distracted. I'm currently re-binging MASH. What are you binging? Guy's Grocery Games and other Guy Fieri Food Network shows. Okay, specifically Guy's Grocery Games, Guy's Big Bite, and also the quarantine version of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives is Chef's Kiss. Oh, it's so good. I just love Guy Fieri. So we like with every single meal, we've been watching either like one of those 3 Guy Fieri shows. Yeah, it's been great. Definitely recommend. So more food. Yeah, can you guys tell that I really enjoy food? Well, and Jake loves food. Jake loves cooking and all of that, so just makes sense. I also love competition shows. Has anyone watched the glass blowing competition show on Netflix called Blown Away? Because I need to know if any of you have, because it's amazing. Oh, I just love it. I love watching glass blowing. It's like very much ASMR to me. They pop up on my Instagram feed a lot of the times, the like glass blowing videos, I guess. But I just love them a lot. So that whole show is just like, it's just everything I could ever love. It's glass blowing, ASMR, it's a competition show, there's amazing art, it's just incredible. Kaylee, you're getting distracted from distracting me. Distractception. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave these berries now because I have been working on them for just so many hours. So I'm just going to mess with the colors a little bit, brighten them all up a little bit, because we like some saturation up in here, and then move on. Let us finish up our little bags here. I don't even know if they're really bags. Maybe they're like little craft paper cartons. See you later, Livia. Thanks so much for joining. Oh, yeah. I like that we're all bonding over glass blowing now. But there's only one season of that show, so I am just dying for a second season and a third season and a million seasons after that. Because I just want, that's all I want. Yeah, the stressful parts, the stressful parts of that show, oh, are just the worst. It's always the running it to the annealer, and you're like, it's gonna break, they're gonna drop it, they're gonna drop it. The hitting it off of the stick. Like that show it does stress me out because they work so long on these like glass things, and then sometimes it just shatters and they just have to hand the judge a pile of shattered glass because it takes like hours. Like each round of that show is like 5 hours or something crazy. The puns. There are too many food puns that I could potentially do with this collection. Like it would probably not be okay to take full advantage. I would get in trouble with the pun police. Okay, so I'm just playing around one more time with the color of these little bags. Like, I'm almost second guessing the brown because I think I'm gonna do another thing of brown in here. But does that color kind of work? To imitate these like bluish ones? You guys let me know. Leave it brown or leave it like that? Because I kind of like the blue. Oh yay, it looks like you guys too also like the teal. The tealish blue. I think it just needed the berries in there to make it work. All right, awesome. It looks like you guys agree with the blue, so I'm gonna leave it. Now, let's think about, oh, you know what I need to do here? I need to do my leaf details super quick. So I'm just gonna grab a darker greenish color for some shadows. Maybe a bit darker. And I'm gonna go in and start doing some things with my leaves here. Let's do a bluer. Start doing some little details here and there. Oh. Little sneeze. Okay, bless me. Almost done with the berries. I know I tell myself I want to be done with the berries, but my actions say otherwise, don't they? Because I'm like incapable of rushing these kits. Like I always tell myself, I'm like, okay, like you don't need to draw berries for 4 hours, Kayla, come on. And then I get into it and I'm like, oh, but I need like little shadows on the seeds and I need this and I need this. But just means that I really love what I'm doing, so I don't fight it too much. It's definitely a good problem to have. Oh, Luna's tongue is like flicking. Lots of dreams. Have you ever just drawn on the couch and not on a stream? Yeah, I actually do still usually do design things in between the streams. So I do designs on my own as well. Okay, guess what? Berries are done. On the same shadow layer, I'm going to go ahead and add that next layer of shadows on my citrus over here, since I still have not done that. I can actually merge all that down now because I'm officially done with my berries. Very exciting. So now let me try to add some of my shadows to my citrus here. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going until Jake gets home. That's gonna be when I stop this stream. So let's see if we can maybe draw another veggie in that time. I don't know if he's dilly-dallying. I don't know how long he's gonna be. But since we're going for it, I'm just gonna keep going. Come on, guys. Let us be civil. Get it? It was a pun. Oh, cover your little face, Luna. Caitlin's just gonna, like, stop being a fan. You're gonna stop bullet journaling. Okay, I promise I won't do any more puns. That was my only pun. I swear. I think this has to be one of the most fun streams ever so far. Just thank you guys so much for joining in. I'm just like, I'm so, I'm just so grateful that you guys choose to spend so much of your Saturday with me. It's really special. So yeah, just thank you guys. Alright, a slightly pinker one for these underneath here. right. Fun. Okay, so that is those things there. How did you make the template with the dots on it? I just looked for a 5mm dot grid on the internet, like a just download. And then I brought it in and made sure to keep it at the same size. So that way when I bring this into my silhouette like cutting software, I size it so that that's still a 5mm dot grid on there basically. So that way everything is sized correctly for the for an A5 notebook, or I guess a standard 5mm dot grid notebook. So many good puns. Okay, so what is next here? What color does it look like we need? I feel like we need maybe, oh, maybe the pineapple over here would be nice. Having that green and brown, maybe some of that. Let's see, we have people asking for red. I feel like some purple and some green, maybe some yellow. Chopped pineapple. Pineapple. Yeah, because I have this pineapple here that I did, so I think maybe I'll do some pineapples here. Let me pull up some reference. So maybe a chopped pineapple. Okay, so maybe a wooden cutting board with some fruit and chopped fruit. I originally wasn't gonna do any chopped fruit, as if it's like more of just like a raw produce selection, but I think that having the inside of the pineapple would be really cute. And I could just include a little bit of sliced kind of thing. Okay. I don't know what's gonna kill me first, eating too much raw cake batter or your puns. It's probably gonna be a close call, Kaylee. So I think I'm gonna have my cutting board come in. Like this. Like this. Oh, celery. I didn't include that in here, but that would be a great one maybe for my green. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm gonna make this like one of the cutting boards that has like the little well around it. Know what I mean? Yeah, maybe I could include the kiwi with the pineapple, since those are both things that are colorful inside, but sort of brown on the outside. Okay. think I'll actually make this a bit darker. Oops. And then I'm gonna grab this brown here. Mushrooms would be a good thing to include. I don't know if I'll make it on this one, but definitely maybe on another header. So many good veggies I don't want to miss out on, you know? I don't want to leave out. All right. Oh, I'm so glad that you're relaxed. I'm so glad you're able to join. Oh, it makes me so happy. Ah. All right. So we got our cutting board down. Let's maybe do a darker brown shadow in this groove right away. Oh, I'm sure that is not true, Gemini. I'm sure your clouds look... A lot of people would probably love the look of your clouds. Yeah, there's a little kitty up here with some little kitty paws and a little kitty tail. Oh, stretchy toes. Yeah, Luna definitely does not mind her... Oh, little ballerina leg. Oh, she's being really cute. Oh, there's not much room left on this header. Wow, that was a pretty A+ pun right there. Okay, let us... Oh, looks like I was going crazy. All right, so let's put our things on here. So the only thing I'm getting worried about now seeing this is that the... Oh, no, I know what I'll do. Because I was going to say, I feel like the brown of the pineapple and the kiwi would be way too similar to the cutting board, but I'll have the bits kind of on the black, and then I'll have the slices on the cutting board. So I think that that should be a good way to do that. I think I want another pineapple similar to this one. Let me see here. Oh, I feel like that would also be a good spot for the half avocado. All right, let me go one step at a time here. And I'll start to piece this together, hopefully. So, let's try a pineapple slice first thing. Oh, see, I like sort of like this reference here. See if I can scoot Luna's booty. You little cutie little booty. All right. See, it's just a little hard because we're going from this top-down angle. So it's just a little harder to kind of show every angle of this that I might want to, but we're gonna figure it out. Oh, cut the pineapple the other way. Now that's a fine idea. Like this. Okay. Okay. Good thinking. Let's see. Probably have the spikes kind of coming off this way. So maybe like this. And then maybe like this wide. All right, let's get our brown. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sort of use a different brown than my other pineapple because I need it to stand out from this background a bit more. Okay, and then it looks like we got those like notches coming in. Try to make this look as pineapple-y as possible. Looks like those notches are not very regular. And then our bottom has this kind of shape to it. It actually maybe comes in a bit more at the bottom. Like this. Here. And there's also going to be some like green on this outside, it looks like. But again, I'm just doing this one step at a time. See how it looks as each step gets finished and see what we need to do. A hidden Luna. Trace around her paw. That would be great. I could like... Let's see here. Let me move this. I can make her paw the center of the pineapple. Here, I'll go from above. It's ridiculous. There's probably a better way I could incorporate Luna's paw, but this will just be a funny thing that all of you will know that the center of the paw of the center of the pineapple is Luna's paw silhouette. Although that might have ended up a little bit too big, but I can always resize it. Have you ever done a cat themed spread before? I actually have a Luna sticker collection. I recently used it again because it went really well with my rainy day theme last month. So here's a spread. So these are like the old Luna stickers. I did one with her and with moons to go with her name. So those are some of the Luna stickers, and then these clouds are part of the rainy day collection. Yeah, the Luna theme is pretty great. All right, so let me take Luna's paw print here, or paw silhouette, and make it a little more appropriate for the center of a pineapple, which is mainly just going to be like shrinking it down pretty much. Like, you can't tell it's a paw at all, but it's just, we'll know. We'll know that that's Luna's little paw. And this is going to lead up to the stalk. Okay, I'm gonna need to make that a different color though, because it shouldn't really be white. Instead, it should be like a light yellow. Let me actually make it a little bit lighter, and then maybe with white right in the middle of it. Perfect. All right, and then inside there are these darker bits, almost like surrounding the Luna paw. Here, her little toes are down there. And then kind of like coming out from that. And then there's like the lighter ones as well. Okay, keep messing around with these colors a bit until I get what I'm looking for. See you later again, Livia. I'm using the app Procreate on the iPad Pro. Okay, let's get to the more fun part, which is the leaves. Okay, so I think I'm just going to start out by figuring out how far I want them to go. And then just start laying in the silhouette of it. All right. That maybe ended up a little bit too bushy. Or maybe I should just make my pineapple bit a little bit bigger, actually. Okay, I think I like that. I also definitely need to mess with this a little bit here. This whole like edge of the pineapple. So I need some of that green in there. Some of the lighter green. It's okay. Again, one step at a time. Okay, so let's start to really shape this out here, because this kind of clenches in here. I also just maybe don't think that this should be white at all. Or maybe just a thinner bit of white. Then this kind of like goes up into here. Yeah, let me get rid of this white for now. And it kind of goes like this. And then this color kind of this really should have gotten more narrow at the top here. Oh, but it's the Luna paw. I can't change the shape of the Luna paw. That would just be blasphemous. So I'm leaving it. If anyone questions why this pineapple looks a little bit weird, we know that that it's because of the Luna paw. So, ha. All right, I think I'll put my white core back in here now that this is starting to get a little bit more figured out. Jake must be having just a jolly old time grocery shopping right now. He's busy buying all the things that you guys requested, obviously. He's just busy getting piles of sushi. Make top yellow more green. Will do. That. And then that's actually maybe a good way that we can kind of just make that transition happen, is make everything a bit more green as it leads to the top here. Okay, and now we can also put in the rest of our fun leaves here. So, oh, let me go back here, grab our fun colors, and now kind of like, looks really interesting from the inside. It's like everything kind of comes from here, you know? We're gonna put a lighter color for some in-between kind of bits here. Oh, I hear Jake. I hear Jake, so you know what that means. I was saying that I would keep streaming until you got back, so they weren't sure if maybe you got lost.
I got lost in the produce section.
Yeah, he got lost in the produce section, she says. Here Jake says, we thought maybe the sushi section.
I don't know. They were fresh out.
Fresh out of sushi. Something tells me you're a liar. Okay. This pineapple is not done, but you know what? Here, let me actually just.
Luna's still over here helping.
Oh yeah, she's been a sleepy baby this whole time.
Oh, usually when you start screaming for food is right now.
I know. That's why she's like totally forgot about when dinner time is.
Oh. Yeah, you're really fluffy. Yeah, is that your belly? Oh no, kitty leg. Chicken leg.
Look, everyone's saying like, no, go away. Jake, leave, Jake. Wow, no love for Jake.
Funny. 3 hours, that's good.
Oh, really? Because Carbondale always has fresh yams. You went to the one in Carbondale?
Yes.
And they didn't have yams.
Yes.
Oh, that's an Office reference for those of you who don't know.
10 points.
Oh, and look, Luna's getting up now. It's just the perfect end to the
Oh,
stream.
it's time to start screaming for dinner.
All right, guys. So we have been streaming for, I think 3 hours, more than 3 hours. So that is, I think, where we're going to call this quits here. So let me go back to Procreate here. We've made some good progress on this header down here, really getting close to done. This pineapple is starting to look like a pineapple. There's a hidden kitty paw in it that we all know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Like I said, this had to be one of the most fun live streams I've ever done. Definitely one of the longest as well. I'm so happy so many of you joined and stuck around for this whole thing and kept the chat super fun and entertaining and hilarious. So thank you guys so much. If you're interested in seeing me design any more of this collection, I believe I should still be designing, yeah. So I have a $5 Patreon live stream on Monday. I'll definitely still be designing this collection on Monday. So if you are interested in watching me continue with these, this design here, you can join the $5 Patreon level to join that live stream on Monday. Like I said, once this collection is done, I'm going to be shipping it to $15 patrons, and then after that is when it is going to be listed in the shop. So if you're waiting for that, that's when that's going to be happening. I'm also going to be having a Plan With Me video for the month of June using this whole kit. So we have a lot of fun stuff coming up. I'm really excited. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say right now. But I think that's about it, guys. So I have also another public live stream. So if you're not a patron, I have an Instagram live stream next Saturday where I'll be setting up some bullet journal spreads. Someone's asking what time that live stream is on Monday. It is at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. On Patreon, I have this full live stream schedule posted there in case you want to take a better look at that. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining again. I had such an amazing time hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much again to everybody. Oh, actually, you know what? Before I go, let me real quick choose someone's email to win the giveaway.
I would maybe choose one of the super chats and then just make sure that they had sent an email, because I don't know if everybody did send an email.
Okay, I don't know how to get to the super chats here, so in that case, I'm just going to email the person who won the giveaway. I might choose a couple. So if you don't receive an email from me, you didn't win, and if you do receive an email, you did.
Make sure to send their emails if they did send a super chat.
Yeah, again, if you sent a super chat, you need to send me then an email with your name and address. So you can send that to contact@planningwithkay.com if you sent a donation super chat during this live stream. So contact@planningwithkay.com. And yeah, I'll be sending the emails to let you guys know who is going to be winning a kit today. All right, so I think that is it, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. To those of you who it's very early in the morning or late at night, thank you extra much for staying up with me today. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Say bye.
Say bye, Luna. See you later, guys.